Hi Virgo, this is Samantha from Insights Tarot, and I'm here to give you your general read for the second half of June 2020. It's a general read for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the 15th through the 30th of June 2020. Remember Virgo, this is a general reading, so it won't resonate with all of you. Just take the messages that do resonate and leave the rest. Thanks a lot. And if you happen to be looking into love and relationships and your Venus sign is in the sign of Virgo, or your planet of Venus is in the sign of Virgo, then you're in the right spot for that, okay? As always, I have two decks of cards because there are going to be two rows. The top row is what's going on outside of you and around you, and the bottom row is what's going on inside of you. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start your reading. I hope that you're doing well. And I did want to mention before I get going also that we have entered eclipse season. And eclipses always mean big changes, big shifts. It could mean ending and beginnings. These particular eclipses came in a set of 3 that started on June 5th. A second eclipse will occur on the 21st, and a third eclipse will happen on July 5th. These are in the signs of Sagittarius and Capricorn, so whichever houses in your astrological birth chart are ruled by Sagittarius and Capricorn, those are the houses most affected by these eclipses, or that will be most affected. And if you happen to have personal planets in those houses, that just indicates that the eclipse season will be a bit stronger for you. Okay, so with that being said, let me go ahead and pull your cards, Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? Well, that flipped out pretty quick. 9 of Pentacles. Any changes you make now, anything big that happens to you, its effects will be with you for some time now. Anything that happens at this time, the energy will last for 6 months. Strength. Okay. What is going on for Virgo? The Devil. Bottom of the deck. Hermit. Let's go ahead with the bottom row. What's going on inside of Virgo? What's Virgo thinking and feeling? 9 of Cups. It's going under 9 of Pentacles. So 9s are important at this time. Page of Wands underneath the Strength card. And the 9 of Swords underneath the Devil. So we have 3 9s here. Bottom of the deck. Well, let me go ahead and 2 of Swords underneath the Hermit. Okay, Virgo. I always start with this top row, and that's what's going on outside of you. I weave in the bottom row, which is what you're thinking and feeling about it, or what's going on for you mentally. And I start over here with your general energies. Overall, at this time, I think you're introverted. I don't think Virgos are going to be very social. I think many Virgos, matter of fact, are taking this time to think of issues or work on themselves is really the theme. I think connection to spirituality is the other. So working on yourself, healing yourself, and your spiritual journey are highlighted. With the Four of Cups, it might have been something that you weren't sure you wanted to do. Or there's some travels, this spiritual journey is what I'm talking about, that you weren't sure you wanted to do it. It's some new beginning there. And with the High Priestess, you're being advised to use your gut instinct when it comes to your healing path or to your spiritual journey. For others of you, if it isn't that, there is some offer or new beginning that you're not sure about. You're not sure if you want it. This could be within a romantic relationship or within this could be within a familial relationship as well. Or somewhere where you're separated from somebody, either physically, emotionally. Maybe there's a lack of communication. You're being advised with the High Priestess and the Hermit to go within. I think whatever relationship this is for you, it's one where you've always had to stand your ground, you've had to voice your own opinions, and it's taken a lot of work and a lot out of you here with the Nine of Wands. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wands, and we have wands of every suit, or nines, excuse me. We got 4 nines and 9s of every suit. So that tells me that you're on the precipice of change, Virgo. Change in some relationship or in some deep aspect of yourself you're trying to hold on to. I think you're now getting ready to release, or at least you're working on trying to heal and release. Now, this is going to be different for different ones of you. Some of you, this is a physical relationship that's not been very pleasant here with the Two of Swords. You could have decisions to make as well. But for others of you, it's more in line with your spiritual journey or working on your shadow self. I do feel like you're wanting to do things different. And that's going to take you away from this Four of Pentacles, which indicates you're holding on to things here. So, some of you are looking for a new solid foundation. And with that Knight of Swords right here, you're willing to purge away people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You might have to have some form of communication. Excuse me, my cat wants in. With somebody at this time to clear the air. So a conversation could be in order, or you could get or receive some news or word from somebody. Not just somebody, from this person. Right. So with the Page of Pentacles, it is a new start, but you're just not sure you want to do it with that Four of Cups. Okay. Page of Pentacles is actually in your sign, so this could be you. You could be the younger person within this relationship. You could be dealing with somebody your age or older. I get the feeling for some of you that that might be the case. For others of you, it might be siblings or even family members. It's going to be different for different ones of you. But the main gist of it is this is a time of great healing and shadow work. I don't feel you're going to be very social at this time. There are changes happening around you, conflict within some relationship, and you're deciding whether or not you want to make change. If you want to... how you want to proceed is the question at hand. And with the King of Swords, I do feel like you could... be, again, cutting people out of your life or cutting away habits and behaviors within yourself. Okay. I do feel like you're of two minds about something. There could be some indecisiveness about direction. And I think that's really due to the fear. Okay. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, I feel like you've been, again, it's reiterating here for me that you're spending a lot of time alone or separate from others. It's how you feel most content, or where you feel most content. You could be spending a lot more time in nature. If you're not, this would be a great time to do that. It would be valuable to you. A great way to ground, as well as increase the connection with divine. With the Nine of Cups, I do feel like you're happy about this. And you know, in your solitude, I really think you spend time thinking about others, about your relationship with others. Maybe from the aspect of how you can improve yourself, to improve relationships around you. But with the Nine of Cups, this is a card for me of teamwork. So, but being that it's in your lower realm, and this card speaks to wanting to your autonomy. Maybe I do feel some of you are wanting to work on your own self to better relationships around you, but others of you are wanting to, well, I just heard it, wanting to stand out among the crowd. You're coming into your own. You're coming into your own authenticity. And maybe that's with the help and the work of maybe a soul tribe or a set of friends around you. These people are on your mind, and they're helping you work through your issues. That brings me back to the King of Swords that I seen in here. Here it is. The King of Swords is about getting counsel as well, giving or getting advice. You could be giving or getting advice. I think it's maybe a little of both. From friends around you on how to proceed with sticky situations, or with this journey you're on now. With the Strength card and the Page of Wands, I really feel like you're in a very uncomfortable process of learning to stick out instead of blend. You're wanting to do things different, and you're wanting to be your most authentic self. And I really feel like part of you is like, I don't care what people say, I'm just going to be me. But it's taken all your strength to be the most authentic you. And it's not easy, but you're putting on brave face. And I really feel like for some of you, it's within a relationship. You're wanting to do things different than you ever had before. Some of you could be leaving out or changing up a close relationship at this time. For others of you, it's working on yourselves. Okay, so some of you, it's a spiritual journey. It could be your spiritual journey and healing process to becoming the most authentic you possible at this time. You could be working on fears, and negative inner talk seem to be coming up. But you're being given the strength to stand out amongst the crowd, to help the world by being you, doing things differently than you ever have before. So that could mean this person's walking. You could be walking away from certain people or situations that no longer serve you. Instead of staying, you would rather just walk away at this time with the Page of Wands. I do feel like you might have some decisions to make about that, and some negative inner talk or anxious inner talk is another thing that comes up here. I feel like you might talk down to yourself, or might have issues with nitpicking or criticizing yourself, and there's fears and anxieties here. I feel perfectionism maybe as well are here, and these are all issues that are rising now, and that might need your attention, or that are needing your attention. And that could be why you're spending more time alone, for those of you that this resonates. With the 9, hang in there, because you might feel like you've been doing this forever and it's getting you nowhere. Do not give up 5 seconds before the miracle. Keep plugging away at it. Change often does create internal struggle and conflict, which I'm getting here also with the 2 of Swords. For others of you, this is a dysfunctional relationship, one where there's an inequality of some sort happening. There could be inequality, unequal, unbalanced power. Here, somebody, it could be also abuse. There could be abuse here, verbal or emotional abuse, narcissistic tendencies. There could be addictions or other sorts of dysfunction happening within a relationship around you. I do feel a sense of belittling, either you belittling them or them belittling you. This could be an issue within a current relationship. It could be, and does not have to only include a romantic relationship, but it also, family keeps coming up. This could be struggles within a familial relationship for some of you as well. You could be leaning on friends and others around you to help you work through it, you wanting to do things differently. I'm not seeing any action to forward movement here outside of this Knight here, which is just enough. Let me get to him. There he is. I do feel like if you haven't recently, you will be having some conversations or taking actions to do things different. I know you're thinking about it. I know you're wanting to. Some of you are indecisive about whether or not you want to. Well, it's not whether or not. It's really, I think for some of you, it's what to do. Whether or not to stay or go. Whether or not to mend or not mend. Okay, so and then how to do it. Okay, it seems to be up to bat for you guys. Remember, any changes you make now will be with you for some time. And really, with the Hermit and the High Priestess card, I'm really feeling a sense of divine protection and guidance here. You're being advised to trust your gut and to go inside. All the answers you seek are there. You're given the strength to make this journey here. And I really feel like you're going to spend, it might be a more than quiet eclipse season for Virgos. I really feel like even the summer might be quieter for Virgos than summers past. Working through some hefty changes internally as well as externally is going to keep you more to yourself in solitude. And I really get this extends. This isn't just something that happens now for just this reading. I really feel like this is an energy that extends outward. As I said, eclipses can let their energy last up to 6 months. Okay, I have the Enchanted Map Oracle, and I'm going to go ahead and pull some additional messages here. So changes to a interpersonal relationship that seems to have had some disagreements or is dysfunctional at its root. Internal struggle for you as well, Virgo. Could also indicate for some of you you're dealing with internal healing, shadow self-work, and your spiritual journey are highlighted. Introvertedness and solitude are the message of the day. Doing things differently is the goal. And I do feel like you could be getting help from friends or family, soul tribe around you to help you do and accomplish any or all of the things I just said. Remember, general reading. If you want a personal reading, that information is below. Love to do it for you, Virgo. Let's go ahead and see what these cards have to say. I do read them intuitively, which just simply means I never use the guidebook. I get channel messages with each card. What is it that Virgo needs to know? Or an additional message for Virgo regarding this situation? Okay, the magical map shifter comes out, and this says magician to me. This is speaking magician, and to keep the faith with the 5+2 in numerology. This is 7. Sevens to me mean faith. Keeping staying hopeful, keeping the faith, connection with the divine. It's also saying this is a time of action and communication, which I have brought up in here with that Knight of Swords. That action and communication are a necessary thing for forward movement. I'm also feeling like this card is saying you can have, do, or be anything. And that you're in the process of working your own magic to work on yourself. You have everything you need to achieve something, and that you're ready. This card can mean magical occurrences. So I really feel like you are working on transforming your own self during this time. I feel like you're in a cocoon. In fact, I just seen a butterfly in a cocoon in my third eye. So I really do feel like some Virgos are definitely in their chrysalis, working on their deepest, darkest sides, working to shift and transform. For others, this is more about taking outside action, putting in some concentrated effort, and being willing to shift a situation. And there are several in here that I've mentioned in this particular reading that you're open to shifting, or that you could be shifting at this time. Next card out is Intention. So intentions, and that's a 22, so I think it's divinely guided at this time. An egg to me speaks to some goal, some sort of magic, something, some prize, something that you're wanting to do. Again, I'm drawn back to the idea of a butterfly or a caterpillar in a chrysalis. Again, this is the same idea, something in the egg. I feel like this is you. You're in the egg. I feel like you've set the intention to better yourself, and you're willing to do whatever you have to do, working on some of the deepest and hardest parts of yourself so you can be the best you that you can be for the future. For others of you, it's setting the intention to change a relationship, to shift attitudes within yourself. Again, I did speak to some internal negative talk, as well as fears or dysfunction in a relationship. It's all about the intention at this time, Virgo, and setting the intention is important. You are being divinely guided. Be wise and make a wish. I'm drawn again to, I'm not even sure what they're called, but the fluffy little flower things that come up with dandelions. This egg is sitting in the field full of them, where you blow and the heads blow off of these little flowers. You make a wish. Well, for me, they're wishes. For others, they're weeds. But nevertheless, for me in this card, it's a wish, and I feel like you're working on something that you want so badly to happen. So the last card, or at the bottom of the deck, was movement. I'm going to go ahead and bring that out. This could definitely be within a relationship, within yourself or with another. It's taking movement in general, movement towards what you want. You can have anything, just set the intention that you want, and I feel like you're moving towards it with the movement card here. So again, I'm brought to the idea also that some of you are moving into or out of a relationship, okay, with another person. You could be making changes there, or this is movement along your spiritual journey, or for even others of you, it's movement through shadow work, and moving into a new you, a new level of authenticity, a new way of being, acting, and emoting as you deal with with the day-to-day, with the people you deal with on the day-to-day, whoever those people might be. So, beautiful reading there. I see that many of you are spiritually oriented at this time. You're focused on working on yourselves and the things around you. Very beautiful. I see beautiful things coming your way. Just stay focused. Don't give up. You've got a lot of nines here. You're right on the verge of something. So, keep at it, Virgo. You're almost there. So, that's your message. I hope that it resonates. If you happen to like the reading, hit the like, share, and subscribe. or the little thumbs up under the video. That lets me know that you enjoyed the content that I've provided here for you today. Thank you so much for showing up, for spending this time with me. And until next time, do take care. Love and light always. Namaste.